Diana is studying the number of polyps identified in colonoscopies with patients who are 70 years of age. She has required the following results in the chart below, which is right here. What is the weighted mean of her data? So, a weighted mean occurs when we look at the frequency that a value occurs. So to find a weighted mean, we would do these following steps. We would multiply the frequency and the number of entries or values. So multiply the frequency and the number of entries. Then the second step is to add up all the answers from step 1. Then the third step is add all the numbers of entries. And then the fourth step is divide the total from step 2 by the total from step 3. So let's go back to our problem and follow these steps. So the first step is to multiply each line, these two numbers together. So we would first multiply 0 times 25, which is 0. Next, 1 times 13, which is equal to 13. Then we multiply 2 times 28, which is 56. Then we go 3 times 11, which is 33. Next, we would multiply 4 times 15, which is equal to 60. Now 5 times 8 is 40. So this is step 1. Now we move on to step 2, and we add up all these answers, which is right here, to get step 2. So we would add 0 plus 13 plus 56 plus 33 plus 60 plus 40, which is equal to 202. So step 2, add, which is equal to 202. So in this third step, actually we need to go up a little bit. We're going to add the numbers of all the patients together. So, getting out our calculator. So here's step 3. We look at this column. So we have 25 plus 13 plus 28 plus, so we have 25 plus 13 plus 28 plus 11 plus 15 plus 8, which is equal to 100. So now we can use our calculator again. And we're going to take from step 2, we'll have 202. We're going to divide by 100. So 202 divided by 100 is equal to 2.02. And this is our weighted mean for Diana's data. So now let's look at another example together. Raphael is studying the effectiveness in removing polyps and preventing full colorectal cancer. Specifically, he has 200 patient cases that has a precancerous adenomas removed 5 years ago that just returned for follow-up colonoscopies. The chart below shows the number of new polyps in these same 200 patients. What is the weighted mean for the development of new polyps in these patients? So, like before, we need to multiply each of these lines together. So, we would begin with 0 times 48, which is 0. 1 times 57 is 57. Now we have 2 times 55, which is 110. Now we have 3 times 30, which is 90. 4 times 7, which is 28. And then lastly, 5 times 3, which is 15. So, this is step 1. Now, step 2 is we're going to add all these numbers together that we just got. So, step 2. So, we have 0 plus 57 plus 110 plus 90 plus 28 plus 15, which is equal to 300. So now, step 3 is usually when we add up the number of patients, but our problem told us we have 200 patients. So that is our step 3 already done for us. So we have 200. Now for step 3, now for step 4, we have 300 divided by 200. So we take the number we got from step 2 and we divide it by the number by step 3. So we can get our calculators out and we get 1.5. So this is our weighted mean for this problem. So when solving for the weighted mean, there's a 4-step process to follow. Multiply the frequency of the number of patients, add up all those numbers together, then we add up all the number of patients, and then we divide the total from step 2 by the number of participants in step 3. This will give you the weighted mean.